Hello everyone and welcome into the Max Zeal Gymnasium for the second of two games being played here today between Oswego and Canton, this time the men's section of basketball. We got the Oswego Lakers and SUNY Canton Kangaroos. My name is Lucas McGarry alongside Logan Weingartner, and if you were here for the women's game, you would know that we were already here. And Logan, it was a fun women's game, and we can only hope that the Lakers and Roos on the men's side have just as good of a game to start it off.
Yeah, that women's one was great. A lot of back and forth. Williams, unfortunate miss at the end, but of course, a lot of season left. A lot of time to make up on their losses as we transition to the men's game. Oswego on a winning streak of 7, Canton on a losing streak of 1, Lucas.
Yeah, no, Canton definitely struggling this season, but one thing I want to point out is the player Lateef Johnson Jr., number 11 for SUNY Canton, has only played 6 games. He was out for the first part of the year, but since coming back from an injury, he has averaged 18 points, 13 rebounds, 2.3 steals a game, and 1.3 blocks per game. He had a 26-23 game against Oneonta, and in the 6 games that he has played, he has 4 double-doubles. So a really, really impressive player that the Oswego might not have accounted for as much as they should have because he had a late start to the season, but he has been playing fantastic since, and I wonder who is going to be on him to start it off.
Yeah, expect this one. Expect the Roos to really run the offense around him, work the offense through him. Lakers, maybe the stout defense that they are, they have their mishaps, maybe going to have a bit of a trouble following him if things go haywire.
And the Lakers win the tip. It'll be Freddie Fowler bringing up the offense for the Lakers to start it, alongside Gary McLean, Arthur Foster, Stephen Bradley, and Deacon Judd, all in the game for the Lakers. It's going to be Foster up top, driving in, going for the basket, nothing off rip. That's Reese Jadir with the block. Great defense by him already. And now it'll be Malachi Smith, the point guard for the Roos, starting it off on offense.
Yeah, and already showing hunger is the Roos against this potent Laker offense.
Reese Jadir kicks it out to Brian Streb, and Streb, big time 3 to start the game. Streb averaging 9 points a game, 7 rebounds. He is a hot hand to look for.
It's unusual for the Lakers going down early. Lakers usually get the first kill, but Canton showing a big sense of urgency already.
McLean, pull up 3, that's good. Right back in his face, Gary McLean. Fantastic start for him. Some 3s to start for both of these teams.
That the Lakers excel at sharing the wealth, this lineup, very effective. They know each other in and out. They work amazingly well together, as we just saw.
A shot by Eugene Johnson Jr., no good. A miss by him, and now the Lakers go the other way. It's Freddie Fowler into Foster. Foster driving in, kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley for 3, no good. Back of the rim. Judd with the rebound, that's up, no good. And a miss by Deacon Judd off the offensive board. And now it's Lateef Johnson going in. No good off the hard try, but a rebound by Eugene Johnson Jr. getting the bucket for his brother, but he comes up limping on the play. Now Judd the other way, not being guarded by Eugene Johnson Jr., and Deacon Judd took advantage of that. And just like that, we are tied back up. Fast-paced offense to start. Eugene Johnson Jr. looked a little slow coming up off of that fall, and that was why Judd was able to capitalize.
Yeah, I want to go back to the last Roo possession. Their 2-11 record may not reflect their actual play right now.
Yeah, bucket there by Reese Jadir. Fantastic play to start. He is also hot. A couple of baskets for him, a couple of tries for him to start this one off. And the Roos are off hot, up 7-5. Fowler now up top. Gives it to Judd. Judd driving in on Johnson Jr. That's a tough try and no good, but a foul. Deacon Judd, one of the best foul drawers in the conference, and he will go to the line.
Yeah, and that's where Deacon Judd is going to thrive. He lives inside the paint. He lives for crashing the glass. He lives for second chances. He's not just good from beyond the arc, but also good in those layups.
Deacon Judd averaging 19.3 points per game. He's got 8.5 rebounds to go along with it, having a fantastic season. Coming off a year where he was the freshman player of the year, the SUNY player of the year. He got all the accolades, and he has picked it up right where he started, making both of his free throws there. And a good start for both of these teams, being very, very efficient on the offensive side.
Yeah, fans might have expected more urgency from Oswego early, but Canton surprising many with a fast-paced offense, really catching Oswego off guard at points.
There's Reese Jadir. Now to Smith. Smith up top. Now to Johnson. Back out to Smith. Smith up top, trying to work on Fowler, gives it out. Now to Lateef Johnson Jr. driving in, gets stopped by Foster. Kicks it out to Smith, or excuse me, that's Reese. Reese drives in, no good, but a foul drawn on the play. That'll be Tucker Rosebrook getting the foul. Great job there by Reese Jadir. Going in hot, rising above Rosebrook, and able to draw the contact and shoot for two.
Yeah, Reese with a free throw percentage of 76 on the year. Not able to convert.
No good there. He'll try his luck a second time. But again, a very fast-paced offense for the Roos to start this one. He'll make that second one. So an early 1-point lead for the Lakers and a timeout called. I'm assuming Leon wants to talk over why his team, who should be dominating a team like Canton early, as they have against plenty of teams this year, is off to a rocky start against Canton. And honestly, Logan, I can't say that it's them being off to a rocky start. I think Canton is just red hot right now to start this game. They really seem like they can't miss.
Yeah, Canton is 0-9 in away games, so they certainly want this win. They certainly want to make their mark at the Max Steel Gymnasium. They came into this one, it seems, with more hunger so far than the Lakers. Again, as you said, they run their offense around Lateef Johnson Jr. and Reese. So expect that to be a narrative the whole game as Oswego out of this timeout tries to slow down that Rue offense.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Lakers going to try and get something going here. They have so many players that can score the basketball. That's Foster driving in, going up for the easy layup. That's too easy. Do not leave him open in the paint. He's going to take that one all day long. Arthur Foster, a really solid player for this Lakers squad. Now the other way. It's Malachi Smith. Open three up top. No good. Off the rim. Rebounded by Foster. And now he's going to go off to the races the other way. Looking, trying to find something. Gets hushed by Lateef Johnson, but finds his way around him for the easy bucket. A great screen there by Tucker Rosebrook. And a too easy layup for Arthur Foster. He's got 4 points now.
Rosebrook showing his effectiveness as a junior on some great pick and roll action, and Foster able to elude a defense that allows 85 points per game.
Brian Streb going for a second three. Can't get that one, so it'll go the other way. Stephen Bradley kicking it to McLean. McLean working up top. Him and Bradley, the two vets of this team. Now down we go below to McLean. McLean drives in, looks for it himself, gets swatted by Lateef, but he recovers it himself. Kicks it out to Bradley. Shot clock winding down. Bradley pumps, gives it to McLean. 5 on the shot clock. McLean deep three. No good off the rim. Rebounded by Jadir. And now the other way. Great defensive possession by the Roos. And now it's Streb going up for it. Tough basket by Brian Streb. And it's just a 1-point game. Both of these teams on a heater on offense early.
That was an absolute dynamic display of play by the Roos, turning defense into offense, forcing the Lakers to take an errant shot, then a good lay by the Roos.
McLean trying to find something, finds Foster. Foster loses it. Unfortunate miss there by Arthur Foster. And Leon is not going to have any of that, immediately taking him out of the game. And subbing in will be Jorel Monroe, the sophomore. Canton sticking with the same squad throughout the first 5 minutes of this game. And it's been working so far, just down by 1. Oswego making plenty of changes, though. But here's Johnson. Going up for it, loses his footing, but gets it out to Smith. Smith, no good off the three-point shot. Rebounded Jorel Monroe, and a great recovery there to keep his dribble alive. Monroe now taking it himself, driving it in. No good. And eventually it finds its way to Jason McGee coming in off the bench. One of the top scorers on the team. Looking, driving in, manages to get it to Monroe. Monroe for three, no good. And it's rebounded by the Roos. Going the other way, that's Malachi Smith to Streb. Streb drives in. tries to kick it out, but it's stolen away by Monroe. Monroe's got a 3-on-2 advantage. It's McGee now taking it up. No good off the miss by McGee. Really good under the hand by McGee. Just could not get it. And now it's once again the other way, the ruse. Malachi Smith up top. So quick, so speedy, drives by Fowler. Nothing, though. Fowler just enough defense on him to force the miss. And now it's Fowler the other way, trying to take it himself. Fakes it, kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley, 3 in the corner. No good. Rossbrook with the rebound. Kicks it out to Bradley, who drives it in. Beautiful underhand lay me for Stephen Bradley. That one touched the top of the basket.
That was an absolutely crafty lay by Bradley. That's what he does best. He's a multi-level scorer. We saw him miss the 3. The possession kept alive by Rossbrook, and Bradley finding success on that one. Expect him to be a big benefactor this game.
Really close game so far for both of these teams. Latif pump fakes on Bradley. Kicks it out, and now it's Brian Streb outside. Takes a mid-range. That's good. Brian Streb, silky soft touch. Now it's Freddie Fowler pushing it up. Jason Leone, head coach of the Lakers, telling him to put the pressure on. Try there by Johnson. Fakes it. McGee for 3. No good. Rebounded by Eugene Johnson Jr. and passes it out to his brother Latif. Latif, who missed the first couple of games of the season, now driving in, trying to make something happen. And a big-time bucket, telling him to hit the weight room. Latif shrugging off the defense, and a big-time basket for him.
Yeah, and the Lakers' last possession, they have a 3-point percentage of just 20, taking some errant shots.
Now on the other side, it's Bradley looking to drive in, working on Streb. And a physical play there by Brian Streb. Getting the foul call is Stephen Bradley. So a little tiny bit of physicality there, and unfortunately, Brian Streb will have to sit down for that one, as I'm sure that the head coach, Dylan Cycle, is going to want him later in this game. So the first substitutions of the game coming for the Roos.
Lucas, in my head, I'm thinking, how is this Roo team 2-11? They look much better than their record displays right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You got to think it's come down to a lot of close games for them. A really good try there by Stephen Bradley, rebounded by Deacon Judd, and once again fouled under the basket. Like I said, Judd, one of the best players in the conference when it comes to drawing fouls, and another missed opportunity for the Roos, allowing that offensive board.
Yeah, and I would say Judd, not just one of the most efficient two-way players in D3, or in the SUNY, but in all of D3 maybe.
Deacon Judd making that free throw there. Wine, I cannot say I disagree with you. He is one of the best players, period, in all of D3 basketball right now. But you got to think maybe he's top 5 in the nation when it comes to drawing those fouls. Perfect from the line for Deacon Judd so far. He's got 4 points, all coming from the line. Now it's Malachi Smith to the sophomore, Tanner Sullivan. Now out to Johnson Jr. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan fakes. Now kicks it to Smith. Smith trying to use his speed. Gets stuffed by McGee. That's Watkins. Great defense there by Watkins. Now it's out the other way. That's Reese Jadir. Jadir trying for the basket. No good. And a rebound by Jarrell Monroe. Driving up quickly. And Chris White-Luciano loses the ball there. And it goes out of bounds. Too quick on that pass from Monroe. White-Luciano could not hang on to it.
I have to say, though, that was a great switch by Deacon Judd to move into the paint and deny a finish by the Roos when Luciano could not get to his assignment fast enough.
Now Johnson Jr. the other way. Great call there great defense by Bradley, but unfortunately does not get the call. And a foul called there on Stephen Bradley. That'll be his first of the game. And it'll be Latif Johnson Jr. shooting 2. First bucket made for him. He's got 3 points today. Highest scorer on the team, averaging 18 points through 6 games. Makes the second one, so he's perfect from the line as well. Already been a factor in this game. Has a block along with 2 boards. Got to be someone to look out for if you are the Lakers.
Yeah, without a doubt he is, as he's the leading scorer on the Ruse, but also one of the leading scorers in the SUNY, one of the top offensive engines.
Now the Lakers going the other way. That's Bradley. Bradley drives in, tries to battle against Tanner Sullivan, and a foul drawn there. Sullivan with his first one. Good call there by Stephen Bradley trying to take that charge. And an inbound for Jaden Watkins now. Lakers trying to set something up. Right inbound to Morrell. Out to Judd. Judd working on Johnson Jr. Likes to give it to Watkins. Watkins tries to find a gap. Nothing. Gives it to Judd. Judd, spin, works. Nice footwork. No good. Great defense by Eugene Johnson Jr. Big man versus big man. And that time it's number 15 that wins. And I'm sure that is a battle we're going to see all night long. Eugene Johnson Jr. and Deacon Judd.
And you can tell the Canton Kangaroos honed in on their Deacon Judd scouting report. They forced him into an errant shot within the paint there, one that did not succeed in going through the hoop.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the Ruse the other way. Back up top to Johnson Jr. Trying to work on Foster. Drives through the entire Lakers defense, but it gets kicked out. There's Reese Jadir driving it in. What a beautifully soft touch there by Reese Jadir. Fantastic play. He's got plenty of points to start this one, averaging 12 per game, along with 5 boards. He's a fantastic player for this Ruse squad. Now the other way. A call by the refs. It's going to stay Oswego ball as it bounces off the foot of it looked like either Deacon Judd or Lateef Johnson Jr., and the refs say it went off of Johnson Jr.
Yeah, and Lakers are lucky to have that one back there. Looking a little off-kilter on defense right now. Maybe they can switch it up on offense.
Judd finds Watkins for 3 in the corner. No good. Bounces in and out. Foster tries to go over the back, but the refs will see it. And Edram Beku will draw the foul on Foster. A great job by him not getting too physical there and allowing Foster to jump right over him. And now the other way, it's Reese Jadir taking it up. There's Beku up top. Beku to Sullivan. Johnson Jr. Looking for a teammate, finds Beku. Beku guarded by McLean. Now into Jadir. Jadir tries to pass it out to Beku, but just can't find him, and it will go the other way. An errant pass there by Reese Jadir.
Yeah, and this is where the Lakers could really get going as the Ruse are playing sort of a press on defense. But Lakers, they've made the Ruse defense vulnerable at some time. That's what they need to do here. At some point, they have done that.
Watkins being guarded closely by Jadir, manages to break away there for a second. Manages to get to McLean. McLean for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Now the other way. Ruse back on offense. Poked away by Arthur Foster, but the Ruse get it back. Good try there by Foster, but another offensive possession for Canton. Reese Jadir guarded closely by McLean. Can't find anything. Eventually gets it to Beku. Beku driving in. Tries something. Nothing. But draws a foul on the play. Really, really good try there by Adram Beku.
And the Lakers on that last possession, I think they're taking maybe miscalculated chances. 1 of 8 on 3 so far. I think they need to switch up the play style. It's resulting in a lot of chances where Canton can really get back into their own end and hone in on what they have been successful so far in this game.
Yeah, Oswego allowing Canton to add more points to this lead by taking these errant shots and making these errant passes. Lakers so far 1 for 8 from outside the arc. A very, very poor performance. Right from the get-go, they had that opening 3 from Stephen Bradley. After that, it has been misses all around. So they definitely have to get that 3 ball going if they want to get something.
Without a doubt.
But now it's the other way. Freddie Fowler. Out to McLean. McLean tries to find something, working on Eugene Johnson Jr. Pumps, drives in, no good. Judd tries to get it, nothing. And McLean is very unhappy after a semi-wide open under the basket layup that he just can't get. But Judd able to get the offensive board and drawing yet another foul. So Deacon Judd already at the free throw line for the 3rd time tonight. And perfect so far.
Yeah, and as I said, Deacon lives in the paint with 17 2-point attempts per game. You can tell, though, that he just thrives within that area. But the Roos so far have been putting really good defense on him that he hasn't been able to do that, make that putback, so he's out at the line.
Judd so far not missing out on the opportunity for some free points. He is perfect from the line so far. And he's got 8 tonight. Lakers down 3. It's 20-17 with 9 minutes left. Now the Roos going the other way. That's Johnson Jr. Tried to get it into the Baku, but a steal. And the Lakers going the other way. It's Judd driving in on Streb. Blocked away by Lateef Johnson Jr. He swatted that thing down like it hurt him. That was a mean play by Lateef Johnson Jr. Deacon Judd did not see him coming.
Yeah, and that was the LeBron-esque chase down block. Johnson with just no remorse for his offensive opponents right now.
Foster now trying to get some points on the board himself. Now to Deacon Judd. Judd driving and kicks it out to McLean. Into the corner to Fowler. Fowler bounces no good off the top of the backboard. And it will go the other way. So a good try there by the Lakers, but just cannot capitalize. And the Roos will go the other way, still up 3. It's Baku now, guarded by McLean. Gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan to Colton Castrello, who's coming into the game now for the first time. Now to Johnson Jr. Up Baku. Baku almost gets it poked away by McLean. Manages to get it back. Tries to get it to Streb. Streb loses it. Now it's Judd. Judd finds the ball. Doesn't get it to McLean. It's stolen away by Johnson Jr. Now he's going the other way. A long pass to Tanner Sullivan. Can't find anything. Right back to Johnson Jr. Faking on Fowler. That's a mismatch he wants, but he doesn't get anything out of it, and it goes Foster the other way after a good defensive job by Freddie Fowler. Now Fowler taking a second, regrouping. Good screen by Judd. Fowler trying to work with it, and just manages too much. And it's Deacon Judd it was Adrian Baku on the foul there, getting a little too handsy. And the Lakers will inbound this one.
Yeah, the freshman Fowler showing a lot of promise, as we saw on that defensive end. Takes it up court, creates chances for himself on offense, and the Lakers may be revived right now.
Judd from beyond the arc, looks to 3. Elected not to. Said drives in, working on Streb, kicks it out to Fowler. Now Fowler driving in, working on Baku, and another foul called on Baku. That's 2 in a row for Idram Baku, and he is not happy with how light these fouls seem to be for him.
Yeah, Lakers an abundance of trips to the charity stripe already. They have a lot of chances to get back in this one right now. I think they need to switch it up. Stop going so much from beyond the arc, hone in what you know in the 2-point lane. A lot of size on this team.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Here's Fowler. Nice first free throw from him. Lakers slowly getting those points back from the charity stripe, and it has been working so far. They are perfect from the free throw line in this game, and it has been very crucial indeed for them. Still perfect, 8 for 8, and it is the sole reason that they are only behind by 1 point right now is the Lakers' perfection at the free throw line. Now the Roos the other way. That's Jahmai Francois now in the game for the first minutes of his time. Gets it out to Brian Streb. Streb driving in, trying to get some good footwork, and a foul called on Stephen Bradley. A lot of fouls being called here by the referees on both sides. Very even calling, but not allowing a lot of physicality, which is sometimes something you don't want to see because it slows down games like this when there's a lot of momentum.
Yeah, certainly does. Just as the Lakers are picking back up both on offense and defense, Canton gets renewed another chance.
Good inbound to Francois and kicks it out to Streb for 3. No good. That's his second miss from there of the day. And a good rebound by Judd. Gets it to Bradley. Bradley out to Foster. Foster driving, gets it stolen away by Johnson Jr., but manages to recover. Fowler kicks it into Judd. Judd working on 2 himself. And another drawn foul. It was Brian Streb this time. Locked the arm of Judd. And Judd going to the foul line once again. That's Brian Streb now. 2 fouls already. Multiple players on this Kangaroos team with a couple of fouls. And that's something you're going to have to worry about as the minutes tick down.
Yeah, and you can see Judd has a slight physicality advantage over Streb, allowing him to overpower his opponent and force them into fouls.
First miss of the game for the Lakers. Judd missing his first one. Still just a 1-point game. Canton's up. Deacon Judd on the second one. That one's good. It ties the game up. 2 seconds less than 7 minutes to go here in this one. And it's a tie game at 20 apiece. Malachi Smith back in the game, trying to facilitate some offense. Streb up top. Looking for a man, doesn't have anything until he gets it to Castrello. Out to Smith now. Smith working in the mid-range to Streb. Streb fakes, takes it himself. No good, off the side. And it'll go the other way. Aaron shot there by Brian Streb.
And this is where the wheel can really start turning for the Lakers. Ruse not able to find a lot of success offensively as of late.
Oswego still just 1 for 14 on their last 14 shots. The free throws have really been saving them in this one. Got to start making some shots, but maybe they can here. Stephen Bradley kick it into Judd. Judd going up with it. That's a basket for him. Finally deciding enough is enough, and that's a big man basket for Deacon Judd. He's got 11 points today in this first half. Yeah, and the Lakers take a lead by 2. Almost a steal by McLean. Instead, a shot by Castrello. No good, and a rebound by Foster. And Foster with a quick pace going the other way. Working on Francois. Francois trying to guard him, but Foster is just too darn good. Jahmai Francois did not have a chance on the spin cycle of Arthur Foster, and he lays that one in easily. Now the ruse the other way. Francois kicks it out to Johnson Jr. Now to Jadir. Jadir up top to Castrello. Castrello tries to get it in the middle to Johnson Jr., but it's poked away. And now it goes to Foster, but Castrello steals it. Foster able to get it from Castrello. And a jump ball as Castrello swarms over Arthur Foster. But a hectic series of plays as both teams could not hang on to the ball. But as the time stops, we now settle. It is 24-20 Oswego, and just like that, the Ruse lead has vanished.
Yeah, and you can see the Lakers excelling on a lot of areas now. Foster, one of the more crafty scorers in all of the SUNY with that nice layup about 2 possessions ago.
9-0 run for the Lakers. Someone on the Ruse has got to try and get something going. Maybe it's Lateef Johnson Jr. No, it is not. Another miss for the Ruse, and it's Fowler with the rebound going the other way. Fowler, quick pace. Gets it to Rosebrook. Almost gets it poked away. And a foul by Johnson Jr. That's his second of the day.
Yeah, and Lakers need better spacing there. There was a lot of clogginess. Big cluster there, sending Rosebrook to the line. But still, Lakers, to fix their problems, they need to just separate more, gain more space, get better looks.
Rosebrook not hitting that one, so it'll go the other way. And now it's Malachi Smith trying to get something going for the Ruse, who have been at a standstill for a couple of minutes. Brian Streb goes in, almost gets it stolen away, but gets it into Malachi Smith, who just can't get it. Really good try by him, but an unlucky bounce, and the Lakers will take it the other way. It's Fowler once again. Fowler up top, dumps it to Foster. Foster working on Streb, drives, takes down Streb, but nothing on the play, and it's a blocking foul there on Brian Streb.
Yeah, Lucas, in contrast to the women's game we saw about an hour ago, this one very sloppy to start out. A lot of balls going back and forth, a lot of trips to the free throw line. Not exactly the clean game for Oswego that we drew up.
Yeah, but when you have a fast-paced game like this, like we've seen, and it has been so impressive to see the scoring on display that sometimes the quickness does cost them turnovers. Oswego already with 4, and SUNY Canton with 6. So some deep turnovers right now already for both of these teams. Certainly not what you want to see from them still in the first half. Foster not making either of them, unfortunately for him, and the Ruse will go the other way with it. Reece Jadir taking it up for his team. He's still looking to score for the first time. Kicks it out to Malachi Smith instead. He hits the big-time 3 in the corner to bring it within 1. Now it's Stephen Bradley to McLean. McLean fakes. Into McGee. McGee with an easy layup. No one was guarding him there. A great dump by Gary McLean. Now a 3-point lead for the Lakers. Great move by Jadir. Gets blocked by McLean. And it's the other way. McGee long pass to Foster. Foster drives in. No good off the layup. Cannot roll it in. And a long football pass to Johnson Jr. That's Reese Jadir in the paint, and he gets it. Another bucket for him. And just like that, we're back to a 1-point game. After a hectic turn of events for the Lakers, they're back only up by 1. Now trying to regain their footing. McGee drives in, spin move. No good, but draws the foul. Jason McGee will be shooting 2 off the foul from Colton Castrello.
Yeah, and Canton, I think they need to clean up on the turnovers, right? Oswego forcing a lot of those on the defensive end, turning into a fast break for them. They have 15.8 fast break points for the game, nearing the top in the nation.
McGee misses that first one, so even though the Lakers were perfect to start from the free throw, they've now missed 4 in a row, or maybe 5 in a row, actually, excuse me. So unfortunately for them, all of a sudden going cold from the free throw line. And another miss by the Lakers. All of a sudden, like I said, going cold from the free throw line after making their first 9, have now missed 5 straight. And leaving the door open for Canton to take the lead. Here's Lateef Johnson Jr., guarded by McLean. Asking for someone up top, but no one was there, and gets it stolen away. It's Stephen Bradley driving in, blocked away by Lateef Johnson Jr., but Freddie Fowler there for the easy recovery, and gets the nice basket. Now it's Jordan Seidel in the game for the first time, kicks it to Jadir, to Malachi Smith for another 3. No good, this one in and out, but a rebound by Johnson Jr. Goes up with it and gets fouled by Deacon Judd. Or maybe it was Jason McGee, but nonetheless, Lateef Johnson Jr. shooting 2.
And I want to say that I want to highlight Fowler, going to be one of the premier offensive pieces of this team for years to come. Got that steal, went up to the basket, put in that second chance points. That's what's going to be imperative to the Lakers today.
First free throw made for Lateef Johnson Jr. He's been having a very good start, just 5 points, but he's got 6 boards and 3 blocks already. He has been a monster on defense. Makes his free throws there. And a timeout called. Lakers up just 1 with 2:45 remaining. Logan, you got to think the Lakers, a little unexpected from them. And for Canton, also unexpected that they're playing so well.
Yeah, without a doubt, these both teams, I think, clashing. Lakers, they don't usually do this. They usually take a high lead within the first half. This time, though, maybe they put their foot off the gas pedal a bit and let Canton score. They're more of a second half team, so let's see how they fare for the rest of this game.
What I want to talk about the most for Canton right now is how strong their defense has been. We just referenced it earlier. Lateef Johnson Jr., he's got 3 blocks on the day, and he had the monster one that you said. It was a LeBron-style chase-down block, and he absolutely packed Deacon Judd on that play. Lateef Johnson Jr. has to be one of the main factors why this team is only down by 1 point coming into the final stretch of this first half. Really, really good job by him. Even though he's been on the low scoring end, he has been a force on defense.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'd say one of the better dual threat players on the court right now. He is really irreplaceable to this offensive attack of the Roos that really needs scoring, as they have just above 60 points per game.
Now on the inbound, it'll be Arthur Foster, and Canton still playing that full court press. You know you can take advantage of it if they start to get aggressive. Oswego got to think about that as the game ticks down. But for right now, they're just going to set up their offense as normal. But it gets stolen away. That's Jadir Reese driving in, gets his spin. Nothing, though, as Jason McGee steals it away, but a foul called on Jason McGee. He's questioning that one, but nonetheless a foul on Jason McGee as Jadir Reese was trying to blow by him with the spin move.
Yeah, a lot of chippiness so far throughout this one. You can expect that to trickle into the second half. Canton tries to extend or tries to bring back their lead, I should say.
Jadir Reese now at the foul line. First shot, no good. And a push by Lateef Johnson Jr. as Foster goes up for it. He is not happy with that one, as I believe that will be his third foul of the game, and we haven't even started this second half, Logan. So a very, very problematic foul for him, as he has to be very, very cautious, and I think he's going to get pulled right now by head coach Dylan Segal.
Yeah, that wouldn't necessarily be the wrong decision, because with how important he is and with just 2 minutes to go in this first quarter, you can afford to give him some rest and then let him get a maybe more cautious mental state, because he knows how many fouls he has. He knows how good he is. So they just have to sub him out, let him recoup.
Coming in for Lateef Johnson Jr. is the freshman, Danny Murphy. Getting his first minutes of the game. Free throw made there by Foster. So a 2-point lead for Oswego with 2:30 to go. And it's Malachi Smith. He's still trying to get his offense going. There's Murphy up top. Tries to pass it to Seidel, but it's poked away by Foster. So a reset of the offense for the Roos. Good defense by the Lakers. High pressure. And the Roos got to try and figure something out. Hopefully for them, it'll start with Jadir Reese as he drives around. Looking for something. Eventually kicks it to Smith on the outside. Tries to get it into Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. finds his footing. No good. And Deacon Judd with the rebound. A good stop there by Judd as Eugene Johnson didn't knew where he was going. And there's Jason McGee the other way. Nothing on the shot, but a foul called there. And Jason McGee will be shooting 2 on the foul.
That's a clash of two Goliaths, McGee and Jadir. McGee getting the advantage as he has a chance for 2 points.
Jason McGee here shooting his first one. That one's good. So a little bit of an uptick in the free throw making since that moment when they missed 5 in a row. Luckily for them, they are starting to make a couple more of them, as those will become crucial down the line. And he does make the second one, so a 4-point lead for the Lakers. We're now less than 2 minutes to go in this first half. And it'll be Malachi Smith up top. Now to Jadir, to Seidel, now back to Smith. To Murphy. Murphy down below. Now up top to Smith. Smith for 3. That's good. Malachi Smith has been very, very elite from 3. That's his second of the day. Now it's Jason McGee going the other way. Lakers just a 1-point lead. Great move by McGee, driving it in. Nothing, and another foul called on the Roos. They cannot be on defense without a foul getting called on them right now. Very unfortunate for them. Another call on Jadir Reese, and that'll be his second of the day.
Yeah, and for
they're calling it on Eugene Johnson Jr., so that's his third of the day. So the Roos, 2 big men, Eugene Johnson Jr. and Lateef Johnson Jr., both have 3 fouls before the end of the half.
That's not good if you're the Roos. I mean, losing both your big men, that stops a lot of your paint presence and rim protection. Just as the Lakers are coming back, this will be their 21st free throw of the game, a whopping number.
Yeah, really unfortunate for the Johnson Jr. brothers that they cannot be on the court. But nonetheless, it's a 3-point lead for the Lakers. Malachi Smith following that 3, trying to get his team back into it, or at least close the 3-point gap. Want to be as close as they can to the Lakers going into the half. Here's Jadir Reese giving it to Seidel. Now to Smith. Smith working on Fowler. Drives in, gets a stolen away by McGee, but a foul. And that will be on Jason McGee.
I don't think there's been more than 2 consecutive minutes without a foul call, Lucas. This one just getting gritty in the paint on both sides. Both teams chipping away into each other's leads as the one tries to pull away from the other.
Yeah, referees not allowing the physicality today, so very unfortunate for the players. But in terms of scoring, once the free throws start to come, you're going to see some higher scoring games once these fouls keep getting called. However, not there as Malachi Smith misses. And the Lakers got the ball up 3 with less than a minute left. Good job by Watkins protecting the ball. Pump fakes. Gets it to Judd. Judd going up with it. No good. Nothing. Blocked by Jadir Reese. And now Reese the other way. Trying to beat Watkins. Drives in. Euro step. Tough basket by Reese Jadir. Shaking off Jaden Watkins, who was on him the whole time. Big time bucket from Jadir Reese. Now the Lakers have just a 1-point lead. 25 seconds remaining. Little less than a second or maybe a second of discrepancy between shot and game clock. Not anymore as it goes the other way. And it's Malachi Smith. No good as he lost his footing, but a rebound there. Going back up with a big-time basket from Raphael Palobi coming into the game for the first minutes to take the lead. Now it's Jason McGee driving in. Tough basket to finish at the buzzer. It's Jason McGee, and he's running off the court to finish that one. Great job by Raphael Palobi to put the Roos up 1, and then it's Jason McGee back down the court the other way to put the Lakers back up by 1, and we have a 35 to 34 point game at half. Wine, what a first half that was.
Yeah, coming into this game, these two teams, they were really polar opposites. Lakers had the better offense and defense. When you look at the numbers, Roos were down in offense and defense, but they came into this game swinging, wanting that first away game win. Both, a lot of players, Reese, Streb, Johnson, are irreplaceable to the Roos offensive attack. Without them, I don't think they'd be in this one as much as they are heading into the second half. And Judd, on the other end, has been out-physicaled down the stretch, not getting many chances. As I said before, the Roos have done a great scouting job on him, Lucas.
Yeah, Deacon Judd really getting roughed up down in the paint, making him want to shoot in the paint less and less as he gets hacked over and over again, and it seems to be working. He's only got 11 points, and we say only because usually he's got 15 at the end of the half, sometimes even 20. So a potentially slow day at the offense for Deacon Judd. Nonetheless, though, he still got 11, along with the 7 from Arthur Foster. And 8 from Jason McGee, who finished with that buzzer beater. Another great facilitator. But then on the other side, got Malachi Smith, who's got those 2 threes. Then you have Brian Streb, who has a 3 of his own, who has got 7 points. And their leading scorer is Jadir Reese with 9. A really, really entertaining and fun game so far. But stick around for the second half coming up between the Lakers and the Kangaroos, coming up right here on WTOP 10. Welcome back to the Max Zeal Gymnasium. My name is Lucas McGarry alongside Logan Weingartner for this matchup between Oswego and Canton. And Logan, it was a furious first half with a score of 35-34. I think we saw about 6 different lead changes. I know you got the full stat right there, but so many different leads, so many different scores, and both of these teams were just on fire to finish that half, and it all ended with that Jason McGee buzzer beater that sent him running off of the court. That had to have been my favorite moment of the half, for sure.
Yeah, you can think that would give Oswego momentum going into this third quarter, which momentum is what they needed in the first half. To the shock of many Oswego fans, Canton got off to a much faster start than the home squad Lakers did, so it'll be interesting to see if they can keep up with the same pace that they've already established. And we've seen 31 total free throw shots, which is what a lot of Laker points have come from. A lot of physicality down in the paint, Lucas.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the Roos sending out both the Johnson Juniors, Latif and Eugene. A very, very risky call by Dylan Segal. Both of them with 3 fouls already. They have to be careful on defense. And a tough basket by Deacon Judd. Just because of that, Eugene Johnson Jr. could not cover hard on Deacon Judd there. And Judd's able to do what he does best, and that's work in the paint. And Johnson Jr. is going to have to be careful the entire game. The other way, it gets poked out of bounds. That's a foul on Freddie Fowler, trying to go for the steal. But a quick start for the Lakers, just like I said. Because of that foul trouble by Eugene Johnson Jr., Deacon Judd is able to be more physical, and he knows that Johnson Jr. is going to be backing off of him. Now the other way, it's Latif Johnson Jr. up top. Now to Jadir Reese. He's the leading scorer of the team so far. Back down to Johnson Jr. Gets double and kicks it out to the other Johnson Jr. Drive it in. That's Eugene Johnson Jr. going up with it. No good. And a rebound by Gary McLean. Almost gets stolen away by Jadir Reese. And now the Lakers will reset. Freddie Fowler leading the offense. They're going to try and get something going here. Foster, then out to Bradley real quick. But it's back into Foster. Foster kick out to McLean. McLean pumps, drives. No good. Good defense there by Eugene Johnson Jr. And the Roos go the other way. It's Malachi Smith now taking it for his team. He had a good first half, looking to keep that going.
Yeah, and that's what you can do. Even in the foul trouble Johnson's in, he's able to go up, get physical, and get the ball back.
Here's Brian Shreb, guarded by McLean. Gets it into Reese, blocked away by Judd. But a quick rebound by Eugene Johnson Jr. Great recovery there, and it's just a 1-point game. The Deacon Judd block remained nulled after the save by Johnson Jr. Now the other way, Foster, quick mid-range pull-up. Once again, guarded by Johnson Jr., rebounded by Foster. Now into Judd, out to Fowler, who's wide open for 3. No good off the rim. Now it's the other way. Jadir Reese going up himself. Easy bucket, no one's there. And the Roos take a 1-point lead. Lakers trying to get some offense going after their initial basket. Bradley 3, that's good. Steven Bradley, when you leave him open, he's going to make it. So guess what? Don't leave him open.
Yeah, Lucas, and Lakers in the first half and the final stages, they really went away from the 3-ball. And Bradley, though, maybe reigniting that attack.
Now the other way, Brian Streb tries to get in, loses his foot and gets it away, though. But it gets a tip. Now it's Freddie Fowler. Gives it to Foster, but a steal by Latif Johnson Jr. Great wherewithal by him to stick his hand up. And a foul on Arthur Foster. Getting a little handsy there. Great draw by Latif Johnson Jr. And Wine, this half has started out just as fast as the last half ended.
Yeah, without a doubt it has. Maybe, though, sometimes playing to a Laker disadvantage. We saw Fowler try to get it up to Foster, but the alertness of the Roos allowed them to take it back, and now they have a chance to take the lead back should they make a 3.
Roos trying to get some offense going. They're down by 2. Eugene Johnson Jr. covered by Judd. Gets it out to Jadir Reese for 3. Air ball. Did not have enough on it, and it'll go out of bounds. And the Lakers will go the other way. Great contained defense there by the Lakers, forcing the 3, and a miss by the Roos. and a chance to go up by more than one possession for the Lakers. Freddie Fowler starting it off, but gets it quick to Foster, now to Bradley. Bradley's got the hand, gets it to Judd, though Judd puts him on the spin cycle. And an easy bucket for Deacon Judd. That is his bread and butter. That's spin move for Deacon Judd.
That's where the sophomore number 22 excels. He's so good with his feet. Such a good quick mover in the paint, able to elude his defenders very well.
And now the other way, good footwork by Brian Streb. Just can't get the basket, but still getting the foul drawn on Gary McLean. So after the tough basket by Judd, Streb going the other way and saying, I can use that footwork too, manages to get the foul. First one, no good for Brian Streb.
Yeah, and Ruse usually stout from the free throw line.
And a violation on the Kangaroos. That was Malachi Smith, I believe, that stepped early. And now it'll go the other way, a 4-point lead for the Lakers. Bradley up top, now to Foster, now to McLean. Lakers working with all of their starters right now. McLean for three from deep, no good. Rebound by Lateef Johnson Jr., and he's going the other way with purpose. Gets it stolen away by Fowler. Judd gets taken out, but Malachi Smith finds it in the corner. No good. Rebound by Brian Streb. Tries to get it in, but gets it stolen away by McLean, and the Lakers will go the other way. There's McLean. Gets guarded by Smith. Now Judd in the paint. Gets it poked away by Smith. Turnover by Judd, but it's stolen by McLean. Back and forth this game goes. And a foul on the floor on Malachi Smith. Quick turn of events there for both of these teams. Steals galore. No one able to come down with it. And eventually a stop and play on the Malachi Smith foul. And we'll get back to the action really quick. Fowler now to Bradley. Now to Judd. Judd thought about it. Quick pass to Bradley now. No good. Way too short on that one. And it'll go the other way. Freddie Fowler could not get the rebound. So still just a 4-point lead for the Lakers. We're going to see Tanner Sullivan now coming into the game for Brian Streb.
Yeah, and even though Fowler is not able to come out of the pack with that ball, you love to see that effort if you're head coach Jason Leone from your freshman. He's been tenacious on all ends of the floor tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Fowler really has been an influence. Even if he isn't on the stat sheet, plays everywhere on this court. Now the ruse the other way. It's Johnson Jr. trying to work on Foster. Gets it down into the corner. Just a miss for Sullivan, but it back up. That's Jadir Reese. Good offensive board, and he'll get that one to go. Good second chance points. And Jason Leone is not happy with that one. Freddie Fowler trying to move the offense around now. Driving it himself. Floater. That's good. Soft touch at the rim. Gets the lucky bounce. Goes back up by 4.
Yeah, and I'll say in the last possession, Bradley cannot afford to get out physical on those boards where Canton got their 40th point of the game, but luckily Fowler with a nice finish.
Malachi Smith, step back, good moves, drops in for a mid-range, that's good. Malachi Smith, too easy for him. The footwork on his level is matched by no one. Now the other way, it's Freddie Fowler. Smith switches off, now the other way to McGee. Good defense being played by the Ruse. Covering the ball well, now into the paint to Judd. Judd being worked on by Johnson Jr. Gets it stolen away again. 2 turnovers for Judd, and now the other way, it's Smith going up with it, blocked by Fowler. Goes the other way now. Jason McGee driving in, gonna take it himself. No good, rebound by Judd, and he gets it. Good offensive board by Deacon Judd on the recovery. And a timeout called by Dylan Seacole. Excuse me there. And it is 46-42 Oswego. The Lakers playing some high-level ball, but Canton staying right in it.
Yeah, Lucas, the poise of this Laker team is absolutely unmatched. We saw the block by Fowler. Lakers took it on the other end. The original miss, but luckily Judd, we call him the paint demon. He was right there, able to scoop it up, give the Lakers an extra burst of scoring for their 46th point of the game, nearly eclipsing 50.
So close to 50 for both of these teams. We still got a little less than 14 minutes left, 13:51 to be exact. But as we sit in this timeout, let's go through some of the top scorers for the Lakers. It's been Deacon Judd all day. He's got 17, 7 from the line, and then followed up by Jason McGee with 8 and Arthur Foster with 7. And then on the other side, it's Jadir Reese with 13, followed by Malachi Smith with 8. Really, really good games from them so far, keeping them in the lead, keeping them into this game. And for the Lakers, it's Judd, Foster, and McGee keeping them in the lead. And some subs now coming out for the Lakers. Patrick Emling coming in for the first time today, and Chris White-Luciano.
Yeah, Luciano, a graduate student, so we know he holds a lot of experience on this team. Maybe he can kickstart Oswego even more within these final 13 minutes because they have a semblance of momentum already, Lucas.
They have. The Lakers have been looking good so far, and they are outscoring the Roos in this half for the most part. But that can change with one bucket from the likes of someone like Malachi Smith. And now the Roos will look to set up their offense. There's Jadir Reese, another prolific scorer today. Down to Johnson Jr., backing down Emling. And a foul called on Patrick Emling right off the bat. Just comes in, and he's already booked for one. That one's on Lateef Johnson Jr.
Yeah, Lakers going with sort of a younger lineup at points. That one's headed by Emling, who's just a freshman from Penfield, New York. Can't afford to make those plays and give the Roos a second chance to be the Lakers.
Long pass to Jadir Reese, keeps it on his side of the court. Great play. And now a chance to reset that offense. Guarded by McGee. Screened by Lateef Johnson Jr. The feet were not set. And a foul called on Lateef Johnson Jr. That will be his 4th.
Yeah, and a big body like Lateef Johnson Jr., you don't want to have 4 fouls right now. Just an unfortunate call for him. Such a big body in the paint, such a good defensive presence, but for the Roos, it's going to be hard if you lose him. If he picks up another foul, which will render him unavailable for the rest of the game as he will be fouled out.
Yeah, very, very risky time for Lateef Johnson Jr., who's been such a factor since he has come into this season. Like we said, 18 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, 2.3 steals and 1.3 blocks. He does it on both offense and defense. But with 4 fouls, he's got to be cautious, and he does not look happy there on the bench. I believe they are going to have to sub him out because they're going to need him in the final minutes. And with that foul looming, really, really tough call taking him out. But unfortunately for Dylan Segal, head coach of the Roos, it has to be the right call right now.
Yeah, without a doubt it does. A player of Lateef's caliber, and with how many fouls he has right now, maybe it is better to save him for the crunch time of this game rather than risk another foul, which would render your highest offensive catalyst unavailable for the remainder of this contest as Canton tries to pull back within it.
A little unsure what the referees are discussing right now. Apologies, folks. A referee timeout. Lateef Johnson did have the foul. He is out of the game now, so he is at 4 fouls. I think they were debating where the inbound is, maybe. Or maybe they were just debating the actual foul. But nonetheless, it will be Lakers ball. Still a 4-point lead for them. And like we already said, Lateef Johnson Jr. out of the game for right now. Got to keep your eye on him on the bench. And this game will get underway. It's Jason McGee now taking it up for the Lakers.
Yeah, other players need to step up as defensive catalysts right now for the Roos.
Judd up top, driving in on Streb, kicks it out to McGee. McGee, good footwork, working on Malachi Smith. And a foul on Malachi Smith down on the floor. Referees not liking the physicality whatsoever today. We are seeing tons and tons of foul calls. That's Malachi Smith's second of the day. So got to be careful him as well if he starts getting a foul trouble. White Luciano, though, for three. No good off the quick pass. Tries to get the offensive board, but ends up going the other way on the foul on the floor. That one's going to be on Arthur Foster. His third foul of the day. So Foster's now got to be careful. Got a couple of players on both sides in foul trouble.
Yeah, the Lakers can't afford to lose Foster either. Foster sort of has a similar play style to Latif. He is also a crafty scorer and beneficial, very beneficial on the defensive end.
No doubt about it. Similar players, but they do play the same physical style, and that's why they have the fouls. Nonetheless, Jajir Reese driving in, or excuse me, that was Baku, but gets blocked away by Judd. And now it's the other way. Long pass to McGee. And McGee with the reset. Now into Judd. Judd putting on the moves. No good. Misses the basket. Now it's out to Baku. Baku tries to get it to Smith, and a bad pass by Idram Baku. Smith not happy with him there. Just missed it. And a chance for the bucket. But nothing comes out of it. Still a 4-point lead for the Lakers.
Yeah, and the Roos are unlucky there. They let up Deacon Judd get into the paint. Lucky for them, though, he missed it.
Jason McGee, too easy at the rim. Just scoring at will when he finds the lane, and he finds the lane often. Malachi Smith now trying to find his own lane. Tries to, and a blocking foul on White Luciano. Going to be on the floor on that one.
And
but he'll still be at the line.
And we're already seeing the Lakers reap the rewards of Latif being out of this game currently. They got into the paint at will. You saw McGee go up for the easy lay, go straight down Broadway.
First basket by Malachi Smith, and McGee on that layup was just so smooth. It was too easy there. Really been tough all day long. He's got 10 points. Malachi Smith, he makes that one. Just a 5-point game now. Canton still in this one, but the Lakers going to try and extend their lead now. McGee up top, drives in, out to White Luciano. Wanted the three, elected not. We'll swing it on to Foster now. Back up top to McGee. McGee, long three. No good, short. And it'll be rebounded by Reese. Now it's Reese driving in, trying to beat Emling. Doesn't get it, gets it to Streb. Picked up by Johnson Jr. Into the paint to Streb, and Streb. Foul called on White Luciano. And that'll be his second of the day. And it'll be Brian Streb now at the line.
Yeah, and now the Roos are running an armadillo-like offensive attack. They are running a slow and meticulous play style, allowing them to get in the paint and further get to the line.
No good there. And Arthur Foster with the rebound, and he's going to take it up with urgency. Now into the corner, Judd, mid-range. That's good. Too easy from Deacon Judd. He's got 19. Malachi Smith going back the other way now. Now working on a 7-point deficit. Baku. Into Reese, and Reese with the easy basket off the feed. And it is now just a 5-point game. What a basket there by Reese. Now McGee the other way. Screened by Judd. Kicks it out to Emling. Emling finds McGee up top. Foster jabs. Back out to McGee. Now Judd. Heavily contested by Eugene Johnson Jr. And an unfortunate foul on Eugene Johnson Jr. He barely touched him. But unfortunately, that's his fourth foul. Logan, I don't even know if I saw anything there, if I'm being totally honest. But it was enough for physicality for the refs to warrant a foul. And unfortunately, both of the Johnson Jr. kids are now sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. And now it's Judd for 3 in the corner. No good. Rebounded by the Roos. It'll go the other way. Malachi Smith Working on White Luciano. Now to Reese. Reese kicking it out. That's Pelobi to Reese. Reese drives in, mid-range. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Judd, and it's Foster with a sense of urgency. Driving it in on Pelobi. Kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley jab slides to Kemling for three. No good. Foster went up for the rebound, and a foul called on Arthur Foster as Malachi Smith went down.
Yeah, and we've really seen the play from the first half in terms of fouls replicate into the second half. As you said, another player taking the bench for the Roos. A lot of benefit of the doubt for the Lakers, even with the Roos taking the line right out. A lot of benefit of the doubt for the Lakers. But for the Roos, they're losing defensive presence right now.
Arthur Foster coming out of the game now. He's at 4 fouls as well. And Malachi Smith makes his first one. But now on both sides, players sitting out because the coaches need them later in the game. So an unfortunate turn of events for both these squads. But they will have to work with the depth that they have. Let's see who's got the better depth. 4-point lead for the Lakers now. Less than 10 minutes to go. And now into the paint to Judd. Judd going up with it too easy. That's a mismatch on Francois that he wants all day long. Jahmai Francois just simply not big enough to guard the much larger Deacon Judd. The Johnson Juniors are severely being missed now due to their physicality. Now into the paint, it's Reese. Tried to get something going. Manages to kick it out to Francois to Streb now. Streb gets it stripped away. And a foul on Emling. And both teams just getting hammered with fouls over and over again. These teams just cannot catch a break. We're seeing guys like Emling now who hasn't even been in the game that much, and he's already got 2 fouls. So just a non-physical allowed play in this game as the referees just do not want to see these players touching each other.
Yeah, I mean, these are just freebies that both teams are getting here.
First one made by Brian Streb. Some players might have jumped a little early there. It was hard to tell. Leon getting very vocal there on the sideline.
You gotta watch out there. You might get attacked if you're Coach Jason Leon. We know his prowess, though, as a coach.
Very unhappy with that. Brian Streb makes the second one. So it'll be a 4-point game once again. Canton trying to push past that threshold, but the Lakers just won't allow them to. Keeping that 4-point advantage. Now it's Bradley up top. Now to Emling. Up top to Bradley. Bradley working in, gets it to Judd. Judd going up with it. That's another easy layup for Deacon Judd. When you don't have anyone in the paint to guard him, he's going to take full advantage of it. That's his 23rd point of the day for Deacon Judd.
Judd has been absolutely so dominant in this paint today.
Streb for 3, no good, off the rim. After that first make from Streb, has not been able to get it going from the 3-point line. Now a 6-point lead for the Lakers with less than 9 minutes remaining. To Emling now to Luciano up top. Screen by Judd. White Luciano doesn't know how to find. Finds Bradley in the paint. Bradley going up for it. Good defense by Jadir Reese. And it'll go the other way. Good defense being played by the Roos there. And that'll be Malachi Smith driving in. He's going to take it himself. Blocked away by Gary McLean, but gets it himself and kicks it back out. Now it's Brian Streb going in for it. No good. Rebounded by Emling. Quick series of play there. But nothing comes out of it for the Roos. And it'll be the Lakers going around. And you got to think, just take your time with these shots right now. Don't rush anything. McLean there. Easy mid-ranger. Bucket. Took his time, just like I said. Found the open shot. And that was a simple, smooth shot for Gary McLean. And Jason Leon is happy with his team right now as Dylan Siegel calls a timeout to halt the Lakers' lead.
Yeah, and Lakers are now coming alive and distributing the wealth better than ever. A lot of players contributing in the boards, too. A lot of offensive and defensive rebounds. We saw Patrick Emling take that defensive rebound and then bring that possession back up for the Lakers, allowing Gary McLean for that easy pull-up as the Lakers continue to separate themselves from the opposition.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Both of these teams, I really like the way they have been playing, but unfortunately for the Roos, Oswego has just been outplaying them as of right now because both teams have had some good scoring opportunities. But for the Lakers, it has only been from inside the arc. 2 for 17 from outside the arc. But luckily for them, Canton struggling just as much, 3 for 14. So a rough day for both of these teams from outside the arc. But from inside, the Lakers shooting a little under 40%. And that is where they are being saved, along with the 14 free throws that they have made along in this game. So a very, very weird scoring game so far. Got scores like Deacon Judd, 8 for 14 from the field, but he's 7 for 8 from the free throw line. He's also got 3 steals and 2 blocks. So an all-around day for this former SUNY Player of the Year, Deacon Judd.
Yeah, he's really coming alive right now. As you saw, as I said, in the first half, at the end of it at least, he was getting out physical in the paint. Not a lot of chances, getting the ball taken from him. But he has stepped his game up a notch right now to come alive in the second half and use his tallness, his size, his frame to his abilities.
Ruse the other way, trying to get something going. That's Pelobi up top. Gets it to Smith. Smith working on Luciano. Jabs, gets it to Reese. Reese for 3. Off the rim, rebounded by McLean. McLean the other way. 7:25 remaining. Gary McLean taking his time now. Screened by Judd, doesn't take it, drives it in himself. And a very, very emphatic shot there by Gary McLean. Doesn't get it, but will draw the foul. And he'll be shooting 2 at the line.
Very high IQ by McLean, though, to pass up that 3, drive into the paint, and draw a foul. Canton still remaining in foul trouble as a team right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. An 8-point lead for the Lakers. What you don't want to do if you're Canton is send him to the free throw line. And here we see it. Lateef Johnson Jr. coming into this game. Dylan Siegel putting him at risk, but he knows he needs it with Deacon Judd dominating in the paint. You simply need someone who is that physical there to beat him. As McLean makes his second free throw, Lakers take a 9-point lead. And now it's Streb up top, working on Emling. Johnson Jr. gets it poked away by McLean, gets it stolen away by McLean, and now McLean gets it to Emling. Emling to Bradley. Bradley, easy layup past the freshman Colton Castrella, who couldn't get there in time. And it's a nice bucket for Stephen Bradley. Now the other way, Johnson Jr. gets it to Pelobi. Pelobi tried to pass it out, takes it at the 3 for a shot. In and out, no good. Rebound by Emling. Now the other way, Lakers going to take their time now with an 11-point lead. Stephen Bradley. Now to McLean up top. To Judd. Judd looking for something to set up. Instead drives it in himself, kicks it out to Luciano for 3. No good, air ball. Rebounded by Bradley, though. Bradley goes up with it, and a foul called on Raphael Pelobi. His first foul of the day. Excuse me, it's his second foul of the day now. And another Oswego player at the line shooting 2.
Yeah, and if you're the Roos, you have to be frustrated. You are playing physical. You're trying to defend well in the paint, but it's not benefiting you in the end game.
Bradley, no good on the first one. Taking his second one now. Makes it. So a 12-point lead now for the Lakers. Canton has to get some offense going. And a timeout called by Dylan Siegel. Big time lead change for the Lakers. And they are going into this timeout with momentum. 7-0 run. And Canton's been scoreless in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And a big factor for that has been Deacon Judd on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball, who's now sitting pretty at 23 points on the day and has been just as much of a force on defense as well.
Yeah, Deacon Judd, one of the more consistent dual threat players in all of D3, but as a whole, Lakers have been closing out very well on all ends, closing out on the perimeter, getting to their assignments in the paint, overall forcing the Roos to take errant shots, and on the offensive end, more dimes than cash register. Their overall ball movement has been second to none currently.
Yeah, no, I love what you said there. Great analogy from Logan Weingartner, as always. But we're going to get right back into play, and he is absolutely right. The dimes have been on point all night tonight. But now it'll be offense for the Roos. And hopefully for them, Dylan Siegel drew something up so they can get some points back on the board and end the slump they've been in. Maybe to Reese to Smith for a long three. No good off the side of the rim. Smith's been trying for those threes all night long. He's got a pair. But other than that, a couple of misses for him now. He's 2 for 6 from beyond the arc. So some unfortunate misses for him. But right back on defense he goes, covering White Luciano. They're going to have to get it to Emling. Now in the corner to McLean. McLean getting guarded by Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. has to be careful. He's working with 4. Still has it. Kicks it out to White Luciano in the corner. That's good. White Luciano. Kaboom from 3. And a 15-point lead for the Lakers.
Absolute threat from long range is White Luciano. Such a hidden gem on this Laker team.
And a tough basket right back by Lateef Johnson Jr. He has been missed in the scoring department for the Roos, and he gets an easy one there. The physicality was just too much. He's too big. Now up top is Deacon Judd to Luciano. Good passing by the Lakers. Almost gets booked away. It's McClain now going up with it. No good. Rebound by Judd. And a drawn foul on Deacon Judd. And Lateef Johnson Jr. fouled out of the game. And now he will have to be replaced by Eugene Johnson Jr., who is also sitting at 4 fouls. But unfortunately, Lateef Johnson Jr.'s night is over. 8 points, 7 rebounds. He had an assist, a steal, and 3 blocks. But unfortunately, 5 personal fouls as well. And he's going to be sitting out now. Deacon Judd makes that free throw.
But if you're the Roos, how do you not box out Judd on that rebound? He flew in with no one trailing him after that miss. And then Johnson, Lakers have been able to hold Johnson to just 8 points, which is unusual for him. But again, he's out now after that foul, after Deacon Judd just flew in for that rebound with no one guarding him.
Deacon Judd, perfect once again, shooting from the line. He's got 25 now. Huge day for him. And the Lakers back up to a 15-point lead. Now Eugene Johnson Jr. to Smith. Smith, step back 3. Null waved off. And on the floor foul called on. Who are they calling that on? It isn't on the floor called. I believe it was on Deacon Judd.
Maybe he touched the hand.
Excuse me, no, it was on Arthur Foster. That was a play away from the ball. And now Arthur Foster has been fouled out of the game. So he has to sit down for the remainder of this 5 minutes left in the game. So a player fouled out on either team and 2 of the top players.
Yeah, Lakers have good separation up 15, but that's still a key blow for them. Key piece to the offensive puzzle that Foster is. See how well they can hold up this lead without him. Makes very good ball movement.
Foster finishing the day with 7 points and 5 rebounds along with 2 steals. But like we said, unfortunately, those 5 personal fouls to go with it. But he is more than just the stats on the paper. As Eugene Johnson Jr. makes that second one, Foster was a crucial factor in how the Lakers have done so far. And now they're going to have to do it without him. And it'll be McLean taking his time, working around Jadir Reese, and he'll eventually give it to Judd. Judd now driving in, works on Streb, gets his own offensive board, and another easy bucket as no one can box out Deacon Judd. That would be Castrello the other way. Easy bucket over Deacon Judd.
Yeah, but if Roos just keep letting Judd and company fly in for those rebounds, they're not going to find success. It's absolutely unexcusable of a collegiate team just to not box out like that.
Foul on Castrello off the tried pass to White Luciano. So another foul called on Canton, and they have just been hammered into the ground with fouls today. It has been so unfortunate for them. One player already off with 5, one player with 4. A very, very unfortunate day for them. Bradley making that one, bumping the lead back up to 15. Score now 68-53 in favor of the Lakers. We got 4:09 left. Make that 69-53.
Yeah, and 7 different Laker players have logged at least one free throw.
And that is how you know that Canton is being too physical, because the Lakers have just been eating points from the charity stripe, and it has been working to perfection as Jadir Reese drives in. Doesn't get the bucket, but does get the foul. That's going to be a call on, I believe, 10. Yeah, it's Gary McLean. He'll be shooting 2. That's third foul for Gary McLean now. Got less than 4 minutes remaining, and that's Jadir Reese shooting 2 at the line. No good on the first one. An unfortunate circumstance for the Roos. 12 for 22 from the line. 10 open points that they have not converted on for the Roos. Gets that one there, but an unfortunate day for the Roos. And this game could be a whole lot closer if they had a couple more of those free throws made. As for the Lakers, they're 20 for 29, so they've just had more volume. Judd driving in, beats Streb, and Streb cannot do anything about it. Deacon Judd with the tough and 1, treating it like it's nothing. And he's going to go on the line for 2 to try and make it a 30-point day for him. And that's Brian Streb's 4th foul of the game. So yet another player in foul trouble for the Canton Kangaroos.
I mean, you can really not just say enough about Deacon Judd. The way he goes into the paint and dominates the area like no one else is just second to none. And the Lakers are really now playing mind games with the Roos, making them commit those unsmart fouls.
Unfortunate for him, but Patrick Emily with the offensive board. And he makes a tough, big body move to get the points back for Judd. Now it's Malachi Smith, gets it in to Reese. Reese goes up for the bucket, gets McLean and Judd jumping for joy, and goes right under him for the basket. But a lot of room to make up. They're still down by 17 points. Gets it stolen away there by Seidel, and a shove on Gary McLean. A really, really good job by the freshman Jordan Seidel to try and get that ball away from McLean. And McLean just giving him a little forearm check, saying, "You're not going to steal that one from me."
Yeah,
and it'll be Seidel shooting 2. And I believe that is number 4 for Gary McLean. So another player in foul trouble.
Yeah, and these Lakers getting real physical. They're lucky they're up by double digits, or as much as they are, because that foul trouble would be much more devastating to their lead. Say they were up by 5 to 6. A lot of those key players would be out soon or benched if they had just a few more fouls and they were up by less.
Jordan Seidel makes that one, cutting into the deficit a little bit. And now just a 15-point lead for the Lakers. Still tons of room to breathe, but 3:19 remaining. And why in a game of basketball like this, we've seen as hot as it is, anything is possible. The Lakers cannot make mistakes. Emling working, getting doubled. Eventually gets it to White Luciano, and now McLean just going to take his time to White Luciano now for 3. No good. Rebounded by Seidel and gets it out to Baku, and Baku now driving, going the other way. Baku into Johnson Jr. Kicking out to Reese. Reese wanted the 3 but couldn't get it. Gets it stolen away by White Luciano. And now it's Luciano the other way. He's going to take his time. Less than 3 minutes remaining now. Into the corner for White Luciano for 3. That's good. He's got another one. And takes a look at Jadir Reese as he walks away. A bang, boom 3 for White Luciano.
That's the mindset of a grad student. You just got to keep taking those shots. You're not unfazed. You've been with this team for years.
Seidel misses the 3 there. A tough air ball. And the Lakers back up by 18 now. Their largest lead of the day. And there's McLean. Gets it to Bradley. Bradley driving in. Easy layup, and the Lakers are up by 20 now with a little more than 2 minutes remaining. Jordan Seidel running in. That's the freshman again trying to make something happen and draws the foul on Stephen Bradley.
Yeah, Lakers now with 3 players in double digits. Judd, a game-leading 29 points. You have McGee with 10, who's currently on the bench, and then Bradley just eclipsed that mark. He has 11 currently.
Jordan Seidel taking his first free throw. That one's good. So Seidel looking to get his second free throw made on this trip to the line. He's been having a pretty solid day as the freshman. Hasn't gotten too many minutes, but he's putting up some points in the few minutes he's been in, just 4. But he's already got 3 points to show for it. Doesn't make that second free throw, however, and it'll be Fowler going the other way. Now to Emling. Gets doubled, and a foul called there. Who are they going to book for that one? He had two of them on him, and they're going to call it on Colton Castrillo. So it'll be Emling now shooting 2 at the line. Emling looking for that first made one. Hits it. And that puts the Lakers back up by 20. Patrick Emling looking to sit at the line again. Unfortunate bounce for him. Does not get it. And the Roos will take it back the other way. Down by 20. Got 1:45 remaining. Now it's Malachi Smith driving in, taking it himself. No good, in and out. Unfortunate roll for him. Good defense there by Freddie Fowler. Fowler looking for something, drives in, takes it himself, spins out, gets it to Judd. Judd spins himself, he takes it up, and the bucket. And Judd will go to the line again to improve his already career-high day. He's got 29. That's a career high for him, and he wants to improve on that even more and hit the 30 mark.
Yeah, and sensational would be an understatement, but that's what Judd has been in the second half. He has carried the Lakers on his back along with Bradley, McGee, and many others on this Laker team.
That'll be 30 points even now for Deacon Judd. Like we just said, that is a career high for him, so every point after that, still going to keep going up on that career high. Just a really fantastic day overall. That's 31 make it for him. So now a 22-point lead for this Lakers squad, and they have just run away with it. Jordan Seidel now gets it to Baku. Baku loses it, and a foul on Patrick Emling. That's his third of the day. Everyone's getting in foul trouble late into this one. We got 1 minute and 13 left. And there are multiple players in this game who has either 3 or 4 fouls. As Idram Beku makes that first one. That's his third point of the day. And he is perfect from the charity stripe. He's gone 4 for 4. He's got all of his points from there. So a very efficient day for him from the line. Bringing him back to within 20. And now the Fowler looking to get something going in the final minute of the play. Gets it to Judd. Judd with the Alabama slam. Too easy for Deacon Judd off the beautiful dish by Freddie Fowler. And now the Barus going the other way, and a foul on White Luciano. But man, oh man, did no one see that coming. Freddie Fowler drove it into the paint, and Deacon Judd came in like a bat out of hell and slammed that one down like it was nothing.
Yeah, and that slam, as emphatic as it was, just defined his impressive day. Again, Lucas, with a career high of 33 points. Lakers, alongside him, have turned up a new gear in this second half, not allowing the Roos to really get any edges of space.
And Idram Baku, still perfect from the line. Got to give credit to him, too. He has been very, very perfect from the line every time he gets the chance. Now the Lakers the other way. It's McLean, probably going to round the clock. Gets it stolen away. Jordan Seidel going up with it, and they're just going to let him take that one. A great day from the freshman, getting a couple points. That's Jordan Seidel. 30 seconds left, and Judd's going to run it out. Give it to McLean for the slam on that one. 2 players back-to-back for Oswego with some powerhouse slams to end this one. 20 seconds left and a 20-point lead for the Lakers, and the Lakers are just showing out as this game comes to a close.
Yeah, Lakers already eclipsed their season mark of points per game, which is 84. They currently have 85. They're really just finalizing things again, Lucas. This second half has been so dominant for them, for the Roos. A lot of it on account of foul trouble. Not very dominant. They just kind of let their foot off the gas pedal on defense, missing a lot of assignments, not closing out very well, and the death row for them has been not boxing out very well.
That's a made basket there by Colton Castrello. One of the other freshmen getting some minutes now. Dylan Segal letting his guys put some work in. Got a couple of them out there. And that's another made one for Castrello. He's got a couple points on the day. But Wine, I want to talk about the biggest factor as this time comes to the close. At the end of the first half, it was a 35 to 34 point discrepancy. In the second half, the discrepancy of points was Oswego 50, Canton 33. They got massively outscored as this game comes to a close. The Lakers putting a dominant whooping on the SUNY Canton Kangaroos after a very impressive first half from the Roos. The Lakers took over in the second and completely outscored them. Final score, 85 to 67. And that will do it. Couple of names that we got to talk about. Obviously, Deacon Judd, 33 points for him today. He had 10 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and just 2 personal fouls, 4 turnovers. An insanely efficient day for him. Got a couple other names. Stephen Bradley as well, 11 points. He had 5 boards too. McLean with 8. McGee with 10 coming off the bench. And then on the other side, we have to talk about some of the top players. It was Jadir Reese leading it for his team with 18. And then Malachi Smith, who was at the point all day long. He had 10. And you got to think about it. For the Canton Kangaroos, they really, really did play a super, super good game. Oswego just outplayed them at the end and simply did not know what to do when Oswego started dominating. And once Oswego caught fire, it was it for the Roos, Wine.
Yeah, that Jason Leone pep talk in the halftime break must have worked miracles because Lakers were A1, all departments. Rebounding, offense, defense, passing, everything. As I said, more dimes than a cash register, capped off by a Deacon Judd 33-point performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that analogy you do. I might have to start using that one. Dimes in the cash register is absolutely fantastic. But that will just about do it from us here in the Max Zeal Gymnasium. We got a couple of games coming up on Tuesday. Like you just said, got it on WTOP 10. That'll be coming up for both of these squads. So stay tuned live for our next broadcast coming up from right here in the Max Zeal Gymnasium. We got more Oswego basketball coming to you in the next coming days. Stick around.